Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Super Mario Brothers movie Bowser figure from Jakks Pacific. I've been waiting a long time for a figure that I would consider the ultimate Bowser to purchase, and the question is, does this fit that bill? Well, let's talk about that. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks incredible, and obviously this is based off the movie design. However, I think that this shows exactly how good that design is. I mean, this is definitely my mind's eye version of Bowser. Certainly the ideal one, and they just nailed it. I mean, not since Jakks Pacific put out the Mecha figure you see in the background there, have I just been so like, okay, I have to have it, because that is pretty much perfect in my mind's eye aesthetically. And yeah, I think there might be some color here on the snout, and maybe that's the only thing missing. But that might be easy enough, pardon me, to hit myself. Everything else, just like the eyes, this really nice shade of red, sculpt here, especially with the hair and stuff like that, just nice and subtle, works out really well. Very nice silver that kind of pops for the studs and stuff like that. Proportions are just absolutely spot on for Bowser. Then we get to the shell, looks awesome, just some brown paint, some white paint, and yeah, nice and simple as it should be. I mean, they are very cartoonish characters, obviously. You get this nice gradient with the green coming into the yellow for the rest of the body, and yeah, beyond that, just like absolutely spot on. We're gonna get to the inside of the mouth in the next section, but it just looks spot on. But speaking of the inside of the mouth, like paint there on the tongue in the inside, so just, yeah, looks fantastic, and honestly could not ask for more in that regard. Okay, so articulation, figure feel, and action feature. So for this, right off the bat, I got him in a freestanding kick. I had to kind of fudge the foot a little bit here, but still it did balance, and I will say that the joints on mine are pretty loose, so I did not expect to get this at all, but here we go. And so yeah, so you can get into that if you want to. I don't know, I just like starting my posing sessions like that. So you have that. In terms of the figure feel, just feels a lot nicer than I thought it would. I thought this was gonna be all hard plastic, but the shell and the head are kind of rubbery. The plastic itself isn't too hard. It flows pretty nicely. It doesn't feel harsh, I guess, and that's nice. So there's that. Then we get into articulation, and not a terrible amount, but definitely enough. So we are on kind of ball hinges here at the shoulder, so you can see you get some movement all the way around there. You can definitely see that shoulder joint and that elbow joint. So we can fold completely in half, and we can fully extend. And then for the hand, fortunately all we get is rotation, but that is nice. These are also rubbery, by the way. So you just got, some swivel there. Then we come to the legs, and the legs are same thing as the arms, so you can see the joints a little bit better. And I was kind of hoping that these would, especially because of the way the legs straighten out, I was hoping these would go in a little bit more, but I guess not. So you can come out. You can do splits, so there's that. And you kind of move around this way, so not really rotation, but you do get kind of a forward kick going on there. Then we come to the knees. These are also single jointed, but excellent range forward and full extension. Then we get some rotation on the foot as well. And then finally, we do get some articulation for the tail. So a little bit of a ball joint there and a little bit of a ball joint there. So nothing crazy, but definitely more movement than I expected. So that's the articulation point. And then there's an action feature, and that's awesome. So the action feature here is twofold. So there's a light in the mouth, and you can put water in the head, and it kind of mists. So we're gonna take a look at that in a second. So I'm gonna go fill the head with water, and then we're gonna go look at that without my front lights on here. So let's do that. Okay, the button on mine's been a little fickle, but let's go. So we got a button right here with the spike. We fill the head with water. Oh, there we go. It's a bit of a hair trigger too. And there we go. You can see the mist coming out, like really cool effect. So mine is very, very touchy. However, just such a cool action feature. I don't know who thought about that, but I hope they got a raise, because that's really cool. Actually, looks like that's exhausted the 8 to 10 drops they recommended. But as you can see, the light is pretty bright as well. Just looks really cool, especially in the dark. So yeah, really cool action feature. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with a couple other video game characters, with some Hasbro and some Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with articulated icons, Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorous Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Mario Brothers movie Bowser figure is that this is a whole ton of fun and I absolutely recommend it. You know, for right now, I do think this is the ultimate Bowser figure. Just again, the articulation is very, very nice, despite it being a little bit loose. That can be helped again with some joint fix. But you know, other than that, like, just it looks great. It has just a great presence on the shelf. It's large, and the action feature is just fantastic. And I'm trying to get to work here. There we go. So, you know, definitely recommend picking this up. And right now, I found mine on a Target shelf. Definitely could not pass this by. So you may find one near you. If not, there are tons of places online that will have it, not limited to Entertainment Earth, of whom I happen to be an affiliate. So if you want to get this online, it's in stock, and use this code that's right here, TS Moth at Entertainment Earth, you will get 10% off, and if your order is over $59 at the moment, you'll get free shipping. So absolutely, like, get on that if that is your wish. So all that being said, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, all that fun stuff. If you want to take the next level and help me even more, tons of ways to do that in the description below. So yeah, definitely check those out, and I hope to see you again. I do at least 3 reviews a week for action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So definitely hope to see you back. And with all that being said, I hope you are well. I hope that your toy dreams come true, and that, most importantly, you and yours stay weird, simians.